The Egyptian Empire, in its entirety, spans thousands of years and covers several significant phases in ancient Egyptian history, marked by political, military, and cultural development. Here's an overview of the empire's evolution, from its origins to its decline. 1. Pre-dynastic period and early dynastic period, circa 5500–2686 BCE, before Egypt became an empire. It was divided into two regions: Upper Egypt, southern, and Lower Egypt, northern. Around 3100 BCE, King Narmer, also known as Menes, unified Egypt, marking the start of the early dynastic period and the establishment of the First Dynasty. This unification laid the foundation for the centralized authority that would define the Egyptian state for millennia. 2. Old Kingdom, circa 2686–2181 BCE. The Old Kingdom is known as the Age of the Pyramids, and it represents the rise of Egypt's centralized power under the pharaohs. This period is famous for the construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx. Egypt was a theocratic society, with the pharaoh considered both a king and a god. 1. Key achievements: the construction of massive stone structures, such as the pyramids, the development of writing, hieroglyphics, and administrative systems. 2. Decline: the central government weakened due to internal strife and famine, leading to the collapse of the Old Kingdom. 3. First Intermediate Period, circa 2181–2055 BCE. After the fall of the Old Kingdom, Egypt entered a time of political fragmentation and decentralization, known as the First Intermediate Period. Regional leaders, nomarchs, gained power, and Egypt experienced social upheaval and instability. 4. Middle Kingdom, century 2055–1650 BCE. The Middle Kingdom was a period of reunification and stability after the chaos of the First Intermediate Period. Pharaoh Mentuhotep II reunited Upper and Lower Egypt and restored centralized control. This era is also known for military expansion, economic growth, and cultural advancements. 1. Key achievements: increased trade, construction of irrigation systems, and the creation of monumental works such as temples. 2. Decline: weakening of royal authority and invasions by foreign peoples, such as the Hyksos, led to the eventual downfall of the Middle Kingdom. 5. Second Intermediate Period, century 1650–1550 BCE. The Second Intermediate Period saw the rise of the Hyksos, a Semitic people who took control of the Nile Delta and ruled as foreign rulers of Egypt. While their reign disrupted Egyptian society, it also led to technological innovations, including the introduction of the chariot. 6. New Kingdom, century 1550–1070 BCE. The New Kingdom is often considered the peak of the Egyptian Empire, during which Egypt became a powerful military and cultural empire. Pharaohs like Hatshepsut, Thutmose III, Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Ramses II led Egypt to great heights, with Egypt expanding its territory far beyond its borders. 1. Key achievements: military conquest. Pharaoh Thutmose III expanded Egypt's empire into parts of modern-day Syria, Israel, and Sudan. Religious and cultural changes. Akhenaten introduced a brief monotheistic worship of the sun god Aten, though this was largely reversed after his death. Monuments and temples. The construction of massive temples, such as the Temple of Karnak and Abu Simbel, under Ramses II. 2. Decline: the empire began to weaken after the death of Ramses II. 2. Successive pharaohs struggled with internal revolts, economic difficulties, and the growing power of foreign invaders such as the Sea Peoples. 7. Third Intermediate Period, circa 1070–664 BCE. Following the decline of the New Kingdom, Egypt entered a period of political instability and division. Power was divided between multiple rulers, and Egypt experienced invasions from foreign powers, including the Libyans and Nubians. 8. Late Period, circa 664–332 BCE. The Late Period saw Egypt experience a series of invasions and periods of foreign rule. The Assyrians and Persians conquered Egypt at different points, and Egypt's power diminished. However, native Egyptian dynasties still ruled for periods during this time, and there was a revival of ancient cultural traditions. 1. Key event. Persian conquest in 525 BCE marked the end of Egyptian independence for a time. 9. Ptolemaic dynasty, 332–30 BCE. In 332 BCE, Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, and following his death, his general Ptolemy I took control, establishing the Ptolemaic dynasty. Egypt remained a Hellenistic kingdom under Ptolemaic rule, with the famous Cleopatra VII being the last active ruler before Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. 1. Key achievements. The flourishing of Alexandria as a cultural and intellectual center, with the Great Library of Alexandria being a key symbol of learning. 10. Roman Egypt, 30 BCE onwards. In 30 BCE, after Cleopatra's defeat by Augustus, then Octavian, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. This marked the final fall of the Egyptian Empire, as Egypt lost its political autonomy but continued to influence the Mediterranean world. Summary of the Egyptian Empire's decline. The Egyptian Empire experienced periods of great power, territorial expansion, and cultural richness, but it also faced challenges that led to its decline. 1. Internal instability, such as political fragmentation and dynastic struggles. 2. Invasions from foreign powers, including the Hyksos, Assyrians, Persians, and later the Greeks and Romans. 3. Economic struggles and internal rebellions weakened the state over time. While Egypt never fully lost its cultural identity, the ancient Egyptian Empire ceased to exist as a dominant power in the Mediterranean world after the Roman conquest in 30 BCE. The Egyptian Empire, with its remarkable achievements in architecture, art, religion, and governance, remains one of the most influential civilizations in human history.